What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21 with Wigan for our final hurrah as Wigan manager. We could get promoted to the Championship today in a one-off game against Hull. We are going to have to do it though with a less than full-strength team. And we've had a little bit of interesting news happen recently, which not happy with. So we'll have a quick look at what's going on here. So Stansfield is back from his injury, picked up a knock. You will remember because he didn't play in the Norwich games, so that's fine and dandy. You know, it's grand. We've had a couple of players annoyed by a few things. Gavin Massey's injured. Nobody, not that bothered, to be honest. Cassidy's loan has finished because he got a hip injury. So our top goal scorer, Ryan Cassidy, is no longer with the club. He's rather unfortunately picked up an injury and we won't be seeing him again. Senior missed training. This is the first time I've had a player miss training since, if I remember correctly, FM19. I don't remember it happening in FM20. Rob Senior missed training. So he was MIA for a couple of days. He's back now. Seems to be okay. Hopefully. I am not looking forward to this because we have so many injuries as well. It's just... So we're lining up for today's game with Whiteman in goal, OK and Itakura as our wing backs because Mitch Clark is suspended. Kouate and Cresswell start at centre back because Hayden Roberts is injured. He's not going to play any more games this season. Obi has the flu, so he is unavailable, and that is all our centre backs. As you can see, Seago is sitting on the bench because he has the potential to play at centre back. So we'll see what he can do. Evans and Lowry are our central midfield. Marshall and El Mazouani as our wide men. Senior and Stansfield starting up front. Stansfield can go to 90, and he is going to. Lyle Taylor sitting on the bench. But as I said, Seago, the Scottish-Irish right back, gets to sit on the bench for his potential debut in Wembley. The injuries and suspensions have just hit us so hard recently, and it's just, I have Butler on the bench as well because, or not Butler, Butcher can play at centre back, so we're going to put him on the bench and hope for the best. Coyote is not a player I want to be playing in a game like today because he's not really a centre back. He came in and I was like, hey, we'll just throw him in at centre back, see what happens. Hope for the best. And the last time we played Hull, they absolutely slapped us about the place. And I'm going to ask the lads. We had a team meeting, and the lads weren't happy that I said, don't worry if you don't win, because, a one-off game, all that stuff. They were like, but it's super important that we win this game. So I'm like, okay, well, we're going to win this game, and we're going to demand stuff. I don't think we're going to have enough to beat Hull with the team we have out there today. But stranger things have happened. One of them being that Dan Byrne scores 7 minutes in. Yeah, we're playing a high line with a centre back who's got 7 pace. What's Coyote down to? 9 pace and 8 acceleration. Yeah. Like I said, not what we wanted, but we're out here trying to do the business, and we're not going to. I know we're not going to. Okay, thankfully that was offside. That was a hot mess. A hot mess at the back. We're just being inundated with attack after attack after attack from Hull. This is just too easy too easy for Hull. I want to shout at the players. Do you know what we're going to do? It's going to go attacking. It's a one-off game in front of what I assume is an absolutely jam-packed Wembley. Evans picks up the ball. We're finally getting to touch the ball in a highlight. Okay, who is trying to get a new contract, and Marshall gets saved by their keeper. Okay came to me and said he wanted a contract. I was like, yeah, we'll offer you a new contract at the end of the season because I'm leaving in a week. Koyate almost puts the ball in the back of the net, but Jed Steer manages to keep a hold of it. And Lewis Potter takes the ball from Jed Steer, and it's gone in off the goalkeeper. Oh my god, what could... We're 3 down. We might as well try and play it into the box. Gonna break the lads before half time because we're not... This is terrible. Go on, okay. Get in there. Break his legs. So, Hull are going to make it into the Premier League. Middlesbrough, interestingly, got relegated. And I think West Ham and Aston Villa are the 2 other teams likely to get relegated. But it is still relatively close. I think Leeds and Bournemouth are the other teams that were on the verge of relegation. But by the looks of it, Villa and West Ham are going down, with the mighty Middlesbrough and Hull are going to be taking their place. Lowry manages to get the ball away. Stansfield picks it up, turns him. Can he turn and burn? Nope. Device stops him, and now Hull are back on the attack. Lewis Potter puts Osawe through, and Whiteman manages to keep a hold of the ball this time. Evans picks up the ball, actually. I was just about to say something about Fergal Davison. I told him he didn't train very well, and he went mental. So, Stansfield's 24th of the season. The game is now claiming Stansfield is our top goal scorer, but he's our top goal scorer who is still at the club. But we're going to shouty at halftime because we really should be doing better. The fact we're down 3-1 is horrendous. Koyata is just like, oh, I'm not here. Don't worry about it, boss. Just pretend like I'm a footballer. You are not a footballer. Struggling. El Mazwani having a terrible game. I'm going to take him off for Solomon Ottobor at halftime just because it's whatever. We don't have left back. There was me thinking, smart. I'll move Koyata out and put somebody at left back. We're going to bring on Sego. Actually, can OK? Yeah, OK can be the centre back. We're going to give Sego his debut, 45 minutes in front of the crowd at Wembley. See how he gets on. I don't think we were going to come back anyway. So I did consider taking Whiteman off at halftime. But I think making 3 substitutions at halftime is not a great idea. And I really don't want Koyata on the field anymore. Rob Senior put it in the back of the net. His 20th of the season. Could we come back? If we do, tactical genius that I am, I'm going to put it all down to the fact that I made those changes. Evans gets the ball clear, but it's picked up by a Hull player. Marshall picks up the ball. Stansfield, Senior's going for a bit of a jog, and he's speculative effort, shall we say. Not the best attempt, but at least he's trying. Rob Senior really wants to play in the Premier League next season. Almost the Champions League, or unless someone comes in and signs him. I don't think he's going to be playing Champions League football next season. Osawe gets dispossessed by OK. Boots it clear when there was players nearer to him that he could have just passed it to, but instead he boots it at one of the Hull players' one of the Hull defenders. And they're just playing around there. Oh my, Sego gives away a penalty on his debut. Come on, Whiteman. Oh, no, sent him the wrong way. James Scott, 15th of the season. The Hull players have scored quite a few goals between them, to be fair. They've definitely been involved in goal scoring. Alright, so we're going to have to make changes have to be... I've already brought Solomon Ottobor on. So I was going to be like, oh, I'll just throw a third striker on and then go 3 up top. Can't really do that without... I'm going to bring on Holmes. Holmes hasn't really had that many opportunities this year. We're going to go very attacking. We're going to go more direct. I'm going to just senior, advance forward. Stansfield can be the complete forward, just to get him in there like swimwear, and use the offside trap. I don't see any reason not to do that. We have 15 minutes to score 2 goals to get this to penalties, and I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to berate the lads. They want us to play shorter passing. I think just booting it up, it's what the team is doing anyway. I had it set to shorter passes and the lads were just kicking it as hard as physically possible away from them. So just leave them continue it. Itakura takes a throw. Hull defend it, and now Scott is on the break. Zohi. And he's just going to slot it over. Oh, Cresswell's there to... Oh, I'm going to say off the line. I know it wasn't, but it was more dramatic if it was. Lowry whips it across. Senior gets it down to Solomon, who boots it clear, or it's booted clear. I think Solomon Ottobor, by the sounds of it, his contract is going to be left run out, along with pretty much every other player in the team. There's not many contracts look like they're being signed. Stansfield, 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. 4 minutes left. Stansfield has put it in the back of the net. 25th of the season. I'm going to give the lads a bit of encouragement. Hopefully. 2 minutes left. We have the goal kick. Gets it out. Holmes doesn't get there. Hull have the ball. Doherty gets it out to Dan Byrne, who puts Zohi through. And Zohi's put an end to that. Could we score twice? No. Hull have been promoted to the Premier League. Wigan spend another season in the Championship. To be fair, if we had gotten promoted again, I don't think it would have worked out all that well. Alfie Whiteman manages to push that one behind. Seago playing a 6.3 on his debut. We did ask an awful lot of him, to be fair. You know, come on in your debut, playing in Wembley in front of what looks like an actually jam-packed stadium. It'd be interesting if we could get like an attendance somewhere. I'd love to see what the actual attendance was without having to like go out of here. I'm gonna thrash Emerson say it's unacceptable. We should have been promoted. El Mizwani, Marshall, Itakura, Koyate all play terribly. I don't blame Seago for having a bad game. I really kind of threw him in at the deep end. Solomon had a decent game, to be fair, as well. Attendance 87, almost 88,000 people showed up to the game. That is, you know, you can't ask for more than that for a Wigan team who, at the start of the season, were on the verge of, like, we were expected to get relegated, and we got them into the playoffs, got to the playoff final, and just fell at the last hurdle. And West Ham and Villa have actually been relegated. The last time I checked, there was 1 game left in the league. Obviously, it's worked out against them. Liverpool didn't make it to Europe. Man United won the league, which is just never going to happen. Who's their manager? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Never going to happen. Final day. We got fined again. We're just racking up fines constantly. Paid out a whole bunch of money. We got 4.82 million for playing in the Championship, which has cleared all the debt. We were like $1 million in debt before that game, so that's made 3.5 million in gate receipts. Fantastic. Wigan, you are welcome. A whole bunch of scout reports that I don't really care about because I'm not going to be here next week. This is my final week as Wigan manager. Still doesn't tell you where I'm going, which is fantastic. We're progressing decently well. We have a national or continental C license, which that just happened. Did we just finish that? I don't remember seeing anything about it. But we've done relatively well, I would say. Our scout knowledge obviously is not going to be massively great. We played 165 games as Wigan manager. We won 80 of them, so 48% win ratio. 29 draws, 56 defeats. We scored 315 goals, 233 against. 82, not that bad. And our director of football has bought 23 players, sold 22, spent 4.8 million, and 3.5 million has been brought in. We've only paid 79k to agents, and we've made 235,000 for ourselves, which is fantastic. What I'll do is I'll bring you back in just a second. We're going to go through the... What did we go through? Yeah, we'll do like the end of season award if I get that before moving to my new club, which, if you haven't already, comment down below. Who do you think we're joining? So back in a second for that potential. But we are going to do the end of season review with Wigan, because we had a fantastic season where we outperformed everything that was expected of us. Just unfortunately fell at the last hurdle, and this will be the last thing that you'll see of Wigan in this save, potentially, unless we end up drawing them in Europe somehow. So, end of season review. Let's kick off. Let's go. What? Okay, there we go. Finally went through. Transfers in, if you go by appearances: Cresswell, Hayden Roberts, Lowry, Mitch Clark, Whiteman, all played plenty of games. El Mazwani had a pretty cracking season as well. I don't like that it doesn't put Cassidy in here, or does it? No, Cassidy doesn't make it in here. Just fairly annoying, because he played quite a number of games. And all the players that ended up leaving. Will Keane. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Yep. Yes, we had like a decent time of it. Who played terrible? Dwayne Holmes. Yeah, he wasn't great. Cresswell, Davison, Whiteman and Hendry all playing over a 7 in their average ratings, which is quite good, if I do say so myself. Luke Hendry started the season as our number 1 right back. As you can tell by the amount of appearances he made, never really happened for him. We were expected to fight bravely against relegation, finished 5th, which, have to say, that was fantastic. Competition top score was actually not Stansfield, which... Where's our 2 championships? We had an 85% average home attendance. That is significant. Definitely. That was fantastic. And the biggest win was the 7-1 win against Norwich, which ye would have seen, because that was one of the episodes, and it was delightful. And we beat QPR in the match to remember 6-0. El Mazwani scored a memorable goal against Oxford. Was that the goal to remember? We'll have a look after. Club reputation stays the same. Sponsorship has increased nicely. Broadcast revenue massively increased. The hospitality has gone up by 700k-ish. Prize money's dropped. I suppose, yeah, we didn't do as well in the cups this year. And our commercial revenue increased ever so slightly. 433 in overall merchandise. 7,419 jerseys were sold. Evans Senior, Lowry, Holmes, I suppose the Americans, and Koyate. Anybody who bought a Koyate shirt, I have to question their mental health, because he was terrible. Whiteman makes it as the starting goalkeeper. Makes sense. OK, Cresswell, Roberts, and Tom Pearce as our left back. Definitely would have put Mitch Clark there, but whatever. Evans and Lowry, yeah. Marshall and Ottobor, or Solomon Ottobor as our wide men. They played the majority of the games. Cassidy and Stansfield as our strikers. I'm surprised Senior didn't make it in, but Ryan Cassidy, as I said, absolutely smashed it. Accolades: we won the Sky Bet League One Manager of the Year last year, and we won the Championship Manager of the Month for March. Fans Player of the Season was Cresswell. Young Player of the Season was Cresswell. Signing of the season was Tom Lowry. Goal of the season was El Mazwani. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm pretty sure we scored better goals than anything that El Mazwani scored. Top goal scorer Stansfield. Again, we know that's not actually factual because he only scored 24. Evans, 13 assists, 4 player of the matches. Cresswell had an average rating of 7.2. Cassidy had 3 goals in a match and scored a hat-trick in a league match. Cresswell, 22 yellow cards. Commitment to the cause. Tom Lowry, fastest goal with 16 seconds. Skybet, League 1 top goal scorer. EFL Young Player of the Year for Cresswell as well. Interesting. So the overall best 11 has Dillo, Dakars Cogley. Actually, how's Dakars Cogley gotten on? At Barnsley. Played 1 game. Yep. Obi Clemens is still at Wisla. Since he played for us, he's gotten into their first team and really done business. Tom Pearce went to Sunderland and played 9 games. Merry is at Swindon, played a lot of games. Evans is still with us. Solomon, Ottobor, Massey, Stansfield, and Cassidy, all still with us. Harry McHugh went to Carlisle, had a decent season. Ollie Crankshaw, forgot all about him. He's gone to Sunderland. He's played 7 games in a season and a half. Nice. Diaco, 9-3. The man's an absolute machine. Wilkeen, still without a club. I want to see the goal of the season. So initial budgets for next season is 375k wage budget, 3.12 million transfer budget. So that's interesting that they've given whoever's going to be taking my job a decent amount of money. Our expected goals were 100.1. We actually scored 122 goals. Expected points were 77.1. We got 78. And our expected points position was 4th. We got 5th. To be fair, we spent quite a chunk of the season in 3rd. We were up in the top 2 for a couple of games as well. It's a little disappointing that we didn't kind of continue on. But what can you do? So where are we going to... I'm not going to be here. But where are we going to send the lads? I think we go to France. France would be nice in the summer, won't it? France is nice. Depending on what part of France they go to. Cresswell has won the Young Player of the Year award. To be fair, he was fantastic. Well done. Goal of the season. El Mazwani. Okay, let's have a look at these, because El Mazwani's goal, I don't remember him scoring that good of a goal. I do remember Lee Evans scoring a beauty of a goal. So the goal of the season comes from Luton. That was me. So what was El Mazwani's goal? Okay, so okay, this one runs from his own half and thunders it into the top corner. Okay, that's actually not that bad of a goal. Fair enough. Okay, I was wrong. That was a decent goal. But I remember, was it this game? Lee Evans scored an absolute worldie. I meant to show you the goal that Lee Evans scored. Forgot all about it. But we're going to do it now, because this is the last time we're going to see the Wigan team. So we won this game 4-0. And was it this? No, it wasn't this one. No. God damn it, why can't I remember which goal it was? Was it this one? It was one of the goals that Lee Evans scored. And he didn't score too many this year. So it can't be that hard to find. It must be this one. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. If only he could have done this against Hull in the final. But Lee Evans just picks it up. A distance out, just chips the keeper. You know, as you do. Cheeky little side, huh? So we'll have a quick look at the team and see, when we move club, is there anyone that I'd be, like, if I was to be making transfers, is there anyone that I would want to bring with me to my new club? I think Fergal Davison, because he's got the 5-star potential. Cresswell, again, 5-star potential. Young, has a real kind of hunger, quite good. Other than them, is there anyone else? Rob Senior, probably. Alec Marshall, because they're two players that I've brought into the first team. Stansfield, maybe. The under 23s, there's a couple of players I like the look of as well, who would mind bringing with me to my next club. Again, if I was in charge of who I could sign. If I could sign anybody, I'd be bringing Garshal with me as well, because I think has the potential to be one of the best players in the world. But, probably won't, because obviously not. I think Jackman. I'd love to bring Jackman and see, because I want to keep an eye on his potential. And same with Alfie Webb. When we move, I'm going to put those on my I'm going to put them on a short list of ex-Wigan players, or ex-players belonging to me. I'm going to put all these players on a short list anyway, just so I can keep an eye on what they're doing in their careers. So that is the end of our time here at Wigan. We've turned the players around, got everyone to like us, spent 3 years at the club now, got them promoted in our second season, winning League One, and now almost got promoted in our first season in the Championship. Fortunately, we couldn't, but we're going to our new club with our heads held high, knowing that we almost got a team who were in administration 3 years ago, somewhat financially stable, and almost got them into the Premier League. So, again, this is your last opportunity to leave a comment down below. Who do you think we've taken over, and who we're going to be managing in the next episode? If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends. This really, really does help if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Just putting it out there. Be really nice if you did. Thank you very much for watching, fellas. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!